On the banks of the St. Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Red on red. Turn, they say it's hot.
Now a run. Here's the rookie from USC. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Tackled back at the 30-yard line.
11. Think right. Think right. There we go. Hey, Jupiter.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
There we go.
Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. You look at this Baltimore defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is taken at the 23. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The Jaguars' 49-yard line.
Jackson now. And his throw here is incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Throwing is Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for him. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. They go play action now. Lawrence on the RPO. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. You look at this Baltimore defense. Yeah, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
It's a loss of 2.
Here we go.
Here's Lawrence. Now he'll tuck this and run. Gonna throw right side here, complete. Calling a gain of a yard. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
23.
On play action, Lawrence is going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. That is caught. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Hey, Soko, hot. Easy. Red.
They go play action with Lawrence. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Lisa 24.
Hands it off out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. And after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
What? No, we changed it.
Now it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, easy.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. He'll try and do this himself. The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Jackson now off the bootleg. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll run on the inside handoff. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Taken in at the 11. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Hey, Lion! Hot.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
They'll try again. And he will again run into a wall as he is stopped at the 4-yard line.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as they'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Jackson going to keep it.
20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there.
That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Hey, Ginger, touch!
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade American.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
30 left. Hey, Ron.
Lawrence will throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Real quick.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. Pickens is there on the crossing route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 11. Baltimore, 1st down.
Here's Jackson to throw. That's caught. Downfield, it's Lane. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they're fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And Walker has it. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's second down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Second and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And with the clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
This is Smith with the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Good bluff, Baltimore. First down. First and 10.
They go play action with Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
To throw is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
It's a gain of 19. That's another Baltimore first down.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
Lamar Jackson. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Jaguars 17.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
5-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
What a sequence there defensively. You get the sack that moves him to 3rd and long. Then here, just nothing available. And he's got to throw it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Goes right side, and that's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He'll try and do this himself. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
Right, let's go.
Jaguars will line up for the
Tomato. Done. 11.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as down at the 19.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 4.
Lawrence going to move him around a bit.
At the Ravens' 14-yard line.
Silver.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now Lawrence. They tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Jackson going to keep it. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That's tremendous field position, and they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Throwing is Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lane. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
To throw again is Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Jackson. He's going to get it. Caught up. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
Retains possession.
From the gun, Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Got a man, it's caught.
for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, Lion.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Red on red.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Going deep for Walker. And this one is incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Jackson. Over the middle, he's got Lane. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down.
In motion comes the tight end left. Now it's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end Andrews. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with career touchdown number 60. And the Ravens will add to their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
42. Jaguars 32.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, when they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter, this drive becomes very critical. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Hey, easy, Ralph.
On play action, Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done. I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them, and that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. This is 1st and 10.
On red.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Lisa 24. 11. Hey, son.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
He's got his target. That's complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Yo.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Going deep for Walker. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Throwing now is Jackson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Fred, sink right. Hey, Soko, Hunt.
Throwing now, Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
They're on the 5-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch. There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards.
And if it wasn't over before, it is now. Looking for that one final first down. They got it and then some. And if they play things right from here on out, that should just about assure them a victory.
Completes this one to Pickens. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And Walker has it. He'll get it inside the 20. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Jackson to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Ravens are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
A final shot now for Lawrence. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Baltimore, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern.